The aim of the fund overall is to try and tackle inequality. We've had reach right throughout the county, from really small community groups right through to formal community and voluntary sector organisations. The REACH fund is provided to Tipperary ETB by SOLAS, which is our national education and training authority. So it's been in operation now for a number of years, and essentially Tipperary ETB then administer this fund. The types of things that are eligible under the fund include innovative green projects, community-based projects that will increase access to adults in the community to come into adult education, further education and training. The other types of supports that are there are digital devices, and again this is all about access. So for example, we might have a community group who don't have digital devices for the local community members, and they may purchase these devices as part of the fund. So like a key component of the fund also is to try and increase literacy and numeracy in our community. So you can see how digital devices, opening up doors to further education and training at a local level, help groups invite learners into FET, and that's what this is all about.
The funding from your group, from REACH, Bernie has been tremendous on sourcing these funds, but it allows us to get tutors, get facilities, and move us into a totally different dimension, and opens up new avenues for us. And you begin to realise that if you're doing purely educational things, it's probably better to do a community activity where people are involved in, and then the educational aspects of that will flow from that. Well, the Men's Shed has trying to develop a new facility in the Littleton GA grounds and the McCarthy-Boris GA grounds, but there's always we're looking for innovative activities all the time, and Bernie, our secretary, is very innovative, and she has made the link with Cabra and with Jimmy Duggan to do the nature walks and the heritage walks. And we've had history classes, and all of these have all worked in together.
And one of the projects we wanted to get involved in was to utilise our community spaces and get out walking. So we decided to apply for the REACH funding through the ETB. We wanted to run a 6-week walk and talk nature programme. We have our own local expert here, Jimmy Duggan, out of Cabra Wetlands. So we're really lucky we could ask him to help us with the project. 6-week programme, 2 of the weeks are here in Cabra, and then they're going out to native woodlands, bogland, and to Stately Home. So it's part of their programme. We got some equipment here for Cabra, and we'd hope that Cabra will be able to use that equipment for other community groups across this area. So we got fishing nets for the pond, we got slides for the microscopes here, we got sampling bottles, identification cards, and a number of other resources needed for exploring nature.
This project is part of the Millennium Family Resource Centre outreach programme, where we plan to engage with parents of young children locally, and the funding allowed us to be able to cover the cost, I suppose, really, in terms of even renting the hall here, resources for the programme itself. But it was very much about engaging the participants. They were able to tell us what it is they wanted to do, what kind of activities they'd like, and so on and so forth. So we started with some arts and crafts. We went on and we did some beauty and makeup, and they did some cookery programs. It's also important that they would come back to us in terms of they might want some information sessions, so it might be around parenting, it might be around family support. An example would be something like maybe paediatric first aid, something like that, and then we respond as best we can then to provide that for them.